to the dude down the street with the garage band. The folks standing on the street corner asking for change. Change. It's something we all need. But until things get a little better, listen to the music play. Where in the world is Megan's new music? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear my voice, then that means you have made it to yet another episode of Where in the World is Megan's New Music. I am so glad that we get to wrap up this week with one another once again. How's it going, everybody? Well, I tell you what, your girl's back in the working force, working a 9 to 5. I know, it's crazy. And I'm not exactly the happiest of people about it, but I tell you what, I got this new job. I've been doing pretty good at it, and I got high hopes. I hope you can say the same about your fall season as well. We've got lots of shows, we've got lots of new releases, we've got lots of announcements coming up for a lot of really great hometown talent, and I am so happy that everybody in the world of music is having an opportunity to thrive. I know that coming out of the pandemic, it has been one heck of an adventure trying to get our footing back in the world, and I tell you what, the community has really put their best face forward together, and we've really made something beautiful out of a bad situation. So ladies and gentlemen, why don't we go ahead and get things started? I want to play you a track that my band Moonshine Jasmine got the chance to record over the summer. This performance was at the Millville Music Festival over at the Millville Community Library. This song is a true story, and I had a lot of fun writing it, and I hope you enjoy getting to hear it as well. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my song, The Man You Pretend to Be. This next song is about crap relationships. That's all I can say. Crap relationships and being a single mom. To the tune of Sweet Home Alabama.
When I look into his eyes, I can
ladies and gentlemen, that was The Man You Pretend to Be, recorded by my band Moonshine Jasmine. I tell you, Moonshine Jasmine just picked up a drummer, and we are completely revamping our sound. Now, don't get it twisted. You'll still be able to see Moonshine Jasmine, the acoustic bluesy folk trio, but we have an electric sound coming at you, and we've got a lot of really great songs to play for you. So keep an eye out for Moonshine Jasmine and the upcoming events of 2022. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and keep the ball rolling. I want to revisit one of our good friends, and I just got him booked for my birthday party, and I couldn't be happier. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shut Up, I Love You by Craig Veltri.
She says she loves me, she tells me all the time, and it's because she's got a worried mind. When I get moody and start to lose my cool, she'll say don't leave me. I pull her close, say kiss me you fool. Shut up, I love you, you're beautiful, you're all I need. I'd be a fool to ever set you free. I want you, I got you, until the end of time. I think you know that's true. Shut up, I love you. Ooh, I love you. She's got a good heart, one that I didn't break. She's daddy's angel, but daddy made mistakes. She always thought that I was the love and leave him kind. Maybe she was right, but darling, don't you realize you're the one that changed my mind? Shut up, I love you, you're beautiful, you're all I need. I'd be a fool to ever set you free. I want you, I got you, until the end of time. I think you know that it's true. Shut up, I love you. Told you, I'm happy that you're mine. So let me say it so you don't have to say it for the 1,000th time. Shut up, I love you. Shut up, I love you. You're beautiful, you're all I need. I'd be a fool to ever set you free. I want you, I got you, until the end of time. I think you know that it's true. Shut up, I love you. Shut up, I love you. Ooh, I love you. Ooh, I love you. Switch it. Yeah, I just switch it. Switch it. I just switch it and mix it and get it up in the air, and then I miss it and lick it and spark it up in the glare. Hit it and rig it, then I throw hands like a pair. Puff it and shove it like it's a bomb up in a bear. Pack
it and rack it like it's a gun up in here. Surrender because you are gonna need a place. Hey, swerve it and curve it like it's a pottery vase. Depression coming at you like you are a disgrace. Anxiety's attacking, damn, you need a pace. Like damn, damn, damn. Like damn, damn, damn. Like damn. I need a second before I come with my weapons, holding them up high so I can't get a pension. Fucking with me, that's an issue, you can feel the tension. Bland, bland with my gun, you can't hear a thing. Lyrics are so bomb, that's why you can't even think. I'm pushing boulders in the mountains like a king. Niggas try so hard to mess with my fucking blank. 2 shots in the gut, I promise you it will sting. Maybe go around and eat it up like some bands. Don't fuck around, this ain't no TV screen. I'm trying to spread my message, is that what it seems? No, no, it doesn't. So come with me and I will give you a dozen. It may be a cousin. So first I spit and then I hit it like a muffin. This ain't your imagination, I ain't bluffing. I wear armor every day so I can feel toughened, but that shit doesn't work, so I take some Robitussin. I'm a chemical mixer, I don't take discussions. And matter of fact, you can't take your drugs, and maybe you should shut up because you're plunging. And this is just one of many, this shit's so abundant.
Well, I spun Shut Up, I Love You by Craig Veltri, and then I went ahead and I snuck in On Top by Kid Dreams. As I've mentioned before, keep an eye out for Kid Dreams because he's going places. He's a young man with a lot of energy, and I have nothing but high hopes for him. He's got such talent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I found some brand new music and I simply cannot wait to show you. This next song is coming at you from the Adarna, and this song is called Drugstore Cowgirl. If you want to have your music heard on the show as well, please find us on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Megan's Got Music, and I'll get you spun on the show just like the Adarna. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Drugstore Cowgirl by the Adarna here on Where in the World is Megan's New Music. was the Adarna with Drugstore Cowgirl. And I tell you what, I only just found those guys, but they have got one heck of a sound, and I do hope that you enjoy it as well. We're going to keep the ball rolling with brand new music that I just recently found. This next group is called The Flight of Icarus, and this song is called Cleo.
Stay strong for something good, something that is yours. Feel strong when you know you should. Life has just begun. Find yourself some inner peace deep within yourself. Stand up, don't be afraid. Time is right for you. Now it's time for us to gather all our hopes and dreams and raise them towards the sun. Let's be brave and feel the power. Let the people of the world be kings and queens. You have the answers, dreams can come true. Stay strong for something good, something that is yours. Feel strong when you know you should. Life has just begun. Find yourself some inner peace deep within yourself. Stand up, don't be afraid. Time is right for you. Now you're free to live your own life. Brick by brick, the pieces fall into their place. You have the answers, dreams can come true. Stay strong for something good, something that is yours. Feel strong when you know you should. Life has just begun. Stay strong for something good, something that is yours. Feel strong when you know you should. Life has just begun. Find yourself some inner peace deep within yourself. Stand up, don't be afraid. Time is right for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was an absolutely incredibly powerful song by The Flight of Icarus. That song is called Cleo, and if it's not on your playlist yet, you are truly missing out. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get our guest caller on the line, but while I do that, I want to play two final tracks for you. We're going to get things started here with Idiot with his song Stolen Fruit, and then we're going to have Cuddle Puddle play us out with their song Straight Mucked. So why don't we go ahead and take a listen to these fantastic artists while I get our caller on the line.
Her man's been away at college. She's got the
Her man's been away at college. She's got the body and I've got the knowledge. One kiss, now I fucking need her. Stolen fruit tastes so much sweeter. One kiss and you trade it over. 11 months for a night half sober. No trust, now you live dishonest. Don't waste your time on a broken promise.
Bum 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 little bum 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 little.
Quite a walk, but we'll get there. Stress for water to get my head clear. Siphon thoughts, there's opportunity. Oh, what a nightmare. Take me away from here. Dense thoughts for myself and the ones I love. Walking up your alley, do you know why I came here? I don't lack strength of anything I take. This time I won't remember your name. Fuck it, I won't remember mine. Straight marks. Shit out of love. Too much to get fucked up on. I don't know why I even hold on. Straight marks. Straight marks. Shit out of love. Too much to get fucked up on. I don't know why I trusted
What's up? Can you tell me what your name is?
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you, as always, for sticking around for another episode of Where in the World is Megan's New Music. As promised, I have another guest to bring onto the show. We're going to get to know Luke Weltz this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring him on the line. How are you doing this evening, Luke?
Oh, just dandy. There's nothing wrong in the world.
You know what? It's all about perspective, and I can appreciate that for sure.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be optimistic.
Absolutely. Well, I'm very thankful that you took some time out of your ever busy schedule. I know that we're all running around trying to get back into the swing of things now that the pandemic's kind of loosening up on the restrictions and whatnot. So thank you for giving us your time.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Why don't we go ahead and jump right in, Luke? Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself, what you've been up to?
Yeah, so about me, there's not a big bio, but I'll break it down. I've been a pianist for 19 years, I've played in bar bands since I was about 15. Recently, in the last year, 2020, I started my own project because I kind of got tired of being in other people's bands and playing for other people's ideas and never ever having my own say in the band. I was good at what I did instrumentally, but I always had that artistic vision in mind while playing in other bands. So last year I put together the Luke Weltz band, and it was about in May we started cutting the record. In August we had the band together, and we really hit the ground running because of all the network that I already had in place from being in so many other groups and learning different owners and watching people actually mess up a lot. That helped. So we hit the ground running. We've played Millville Music Festival. We played Port of Love Music Fest. We played E-Train Music Festival this year, along with a lot of different breweries and wineries. We have an EP coming out. Well, I guess an LP because it's long play. It's 15 tracks. We've been recording, and the title of that record is going to be called Florina. I'm hoping it's going to drop next spring or early summer.
Awesome. Well, that's awesome that you're able to jump right in and, just get started right then and there. So were the members of the album the same members that created the Luke Weltz band, or were those different folks that you worked with?
So we cycled different guitarists. My drummer has stayed the same. I play the bass and the keys. And we usually have two guitarists. The one guitarist was named Jake Jones. He was with us in the beginning, but later we kind of found out it wasn't going to work with him. He lived all the way in Charleroi, so it was just such a trek for him to get there.
Yeah.
He was with us. He did some of the record. He actually has a solo on Put Me Out. He did the solo for Mr. Hollywood too. And we keep those solos in there because it's kind of like our contribution to him. He really enjoyed playing with us, and we really enjoy getting to know him. So we're going to keep him on the record. But around November last year, we got a different guitarist. Jake Jones left the group, and we brought in a guy named Joey Connor, who works at End Stuff Music. If you're a musician, you've definitely been there, so you probably know who he is. He just started. He made a post yesterday. He's teaching guitar lessons down at Murphy's in Leechburg.
Excellent.
Really, really solid guitarist. And Anthony is the name of the other guitarist. Now, he's been in the group forever. Him and Joey worked alongside each other growing up. So whenever we brought Joey in, him and Anthony were just making just some tasty licks. I mean, they sounded so good together because they grew up playing together. Other than that, we've had pretty much the same members. We brought in a lot of guest artists outside the band. We brought in Joe Scheller, saxophonist for Derek Wood's band.
Nice.
We brought in Ray Kachinka he's a harmonica player from East Coast Turnaround. We have female vocalist Maria Michelle. We also had other guitarists, Eric Samatsko. He's a lead guitarist for Bring 'em Bring 'em, local band around Derry, Pennsylvania. And then we had Nate Figler come in and do some drumming for us. Because my drummer at the time, who is in my band now, wasn't really a drummer yet. He was just a guy who kind of had a studio, and he's really impressed me with how he's managed to just pick up the drums. He used to be a front man for his own band called One Way Street back in the early 2000s. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And, now he's my full-time drummer and sound engineer, and we work hand in hand together. We're me and my drummer are basically the backbone of the operation, but we've brought in a lot of different people, a lot of different variety of taste in music. People come from different backgrounds. So the record's going to be really interesting, I think, when it comes out.
That does sound interesting. So is the record itself going to be driven towards one genre, or is it going to be sort of a mix of sounds?
Genres to me are just like kind of bordering yourself as an artist. I mean, I can say I'm folk rock, indie, soul, and blues, but at the end of the day, I'm still Luke Weltz. So I'm going to write and play music about things that really only pertain to my perception.
I agree.
That's just how I feel about it.
I totally agree. Having to genre of my band for these last few months, it's been one of the hardest things I've ever done. And when I'm up on stage introducing us, I got such a mouthful because I don't know what else to say. We're in a acoustic bluesy folk band, and that's just way too much to say. So I agree. I I think
It goes well in the business card, but saying it out loud doesn't sound as pretty.
Exactly. And I appreciate the fact that you have similar tastes in music and similar views.
Yeah, I got a hold of you through Chris Moultrie.
Craig Veltri. He's a great guy. He's been on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I got in touch with you, because we were talking about doing. He was talking about doing my podcast this year, so just figured I'd tell you that.
Yeah, Craig's a really great guy. I highly recommend working with him. Any of his music that I've heard. I mean, I have him on my playlist now. He's fantastic, and he's done a bit of traveling himself. We shared some stomping grounds down in Nashville, so it's nice that you got to run into him.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, I would love to give the good people back home a chance to listen to one of your tracks. I know I've been falling in love with them ever since you sent them to me, but I want to give everybody a chance back home to listen to one. So what do you want to kick things off with tonight?
I think Mr. Hollywood's a great start.
Awesome. Why don't you tell us about that song?
So Mr. Hollywood's about the typical dude who walks into an open mic thinking that he's Jesus and needs to hear absolutely everything out of the monitor, needs to mic his own amp without, a mic that he got from the host he brought from home. It's just, I was sitting at a bar one night, I'm listening to this dude, and I could tell the host was just fuming behind the mix board. I'm sitting there like, who does this guy think he is? Like, this guy, Mr. Hollywood? And then that was like the setting point of the whole song. I was like, oh, this is great. Like, I like saying it. Anything that I like to say, I want to write a song about. Like, if it's a fun word that's got some nice syllables in it, I'm like, that's cool. Cause I heard Mr. Hollywood in my head, and I'm like, that feels like I could run with that. So that's where I went with that song.
Heck yeah. I love the story. I love the song. And I know that everybody back home is going to feel the same way. So let's go ahead and take a moment to listen to Mr. Hollywood by Luke Weltz. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Hollywood by Luke Weltz. And I told you that song is great. Thank you for sharing that one with us.
It's a fun song.
It definitely
I enjoy
is.
it. I like listening. I have one CD right now just for myself, and I drive to work. I think it's good, like as an artist, to like have your stuff that you can listen to, like that's just your work solely. It brings you back on the purpose of why you're doing it all. Because sometimes I get lost in what I'm doing, but if I listen to my songs, I'm like, this is what I stand for. This is what's good to me. So.
Absolutely. I have this CD. It's a 1-track CD that I was given at the studio. I was 19 when I started, and I was recording out in New York. And I specifically asked them to put the demo of my first single on that CD. And every now and then I'll still pop it into my CD player and I'll listen to it because, just like you said, it takes you back to the roots of why you started doing what you're doing. And I think it's very important for self-reflection that we listen to our music as well.
It blows my mind the people like you that started before you were 20. Because I didn't start till like really, I guess 15 I was playing bands, but were you like a solo artist before 20?
So when I turned 19, I was actually working in a nursing home and I was getting sick and tired of it. And I wanted to make some music. I knew I could sing kind of decent. So I went ahead and I found some gigs on Craigslist. One thing led to another. I just so happened to run into somebody who was working with an indie label out in New Jersey. And then I got picked up for a 3-song deal. It was truly just luck of the draw. And, I did officially get my start at 19, but, I'm almost 27 now, and I'm not as far as I'd like to be, but I've certainly put in a good amount of footwork for my time. So, it's been a learning experience the whole time. And I'm very grateful for the opportunities that I've had. I've got to meet people like you. I've got to start my own radio show. I produce my own music now. I make my music. I tour it. It's been fun. So yeah, it was truly luck of the draw to be given the opportunity I was given at 19.
Yeah, I was so scared when I first started. That's why I hid behind everybody else in the band.
Oh, I understand completely. I understand completely. When I started doing it by myself, I did stuff in choir and stuff in high school prior to that. But first couple of shows I did on my own, I got off stage and I about cried. Just because of the anxiety, it's all eyes on you. And for somebody like me who got picked on in high school, it was definitely kind of a culture shock being, center of attention from nothing. So
it blinds my eyes when young people are like, yes, I want to grow up and be a musician. I'm like, oh, the pain. The pain you were going to feel.
I know you're going to be so hungry and so lonely, but if you love it, it's going to be worth every moment.
Yeah. I hope you like Red Bull and eating out of gas stations.
Right.
I had something like that happen to me last week. I played Fort Days in Ligonier. I worked, it was a full day. I work a full-time job. I start at 4 a.m. I work as a dealer at a casino.
Nice.
So I work 4 a.m. to noon. This day, what happened? I worked that shift, and then following that, I was in Ligonier for 4 days, from 1 till 4:30. Then following that, another gig out in Acme at just another bar, from 6 to 9.
Yeah.
And I did not prepare. Like I said, I was just 3 Red Bulls, beef sticks. I'm like, this is what this life's about.
I was once living in my car in Chicago playing music where it was nothing but myself and the guy I was traveling with and the hopes and dreams of my 6-string. And now I've got my own place and I'm thankful for the roots, but I'm a mom now. I've got a full-time job now and my band's playing 3 to 4 shows a weekend. It's that Red Bull and pastry diet from the gas station. I've at least been able to upgrade myself to the avocado toast at Dunkin' Donuts. Thank God for
Ooh, high class.
Yeah, you got to get some of that good stuff in you along with those beef jerky sticks. Because
are you a breakfast person? Do you eat big breakfast?
I love breakfast. If I could have a big breakfast every morning, I would if I had the time.
You just sound like you do. That sound like pancakes to my ears.
Yeah, I'm not much of a pancake girl myself, but give me some bacon and eggs and I'm happy as a clown.
I find myself as the oddball because I went to school for medicine. I've always been I've always worked on my health. I've spent hundreds of dollars in my health with vitamins and everything like that.
Yeah.
So when I first started going out and playing bars, I was just looked upon as the weirdo because I would order, like that fuzzy water, that bubbly water, and just not really eat like chicken wings and garbage and stuff like that. But I attend everything I do now to that. I do keto now, and I fast usually 12 to 16 hours a day.
Wow.
I like the way it makes my my mental state feel.
Yeah, I've heard really good things about the keto diet. I haven't tried it personally.
You got to do it the right way. Like there's a meter I use every day to test blood ketones, and that lets me know if I'm in the right state of nutritional ketosis, which is doing it right. Because when you're eating like a high fat diet, if you're messing up on some things like drinking, or maybe you accidentally eat stuff that messes with your metabolism, that fat's not going to get used as energy. It's actually going to get stored. So the diet you're eating can actually put weight on you if you're not, testing your blood and stuff like that. But it's fun to do periodically. I mean, maintaining it's a lot. I wouldn't suggest any diet maintained for too long, but it's fun to try different ones out.
Nice. He's talented, he's healthy, and he's got a great personality. You're the whole package, my man.
I just tell people I try. Like people are like, I really like talking to you. I go, hey, I'm here and I'll give you effort. And I'm very enthusiastic.
And that's all you can ask for. I appreciate your energy. Not enough positivity in this world anymore. And I'm very.
Oh my God, no! People are boring. No one has hobbies.
I know. I look at so many people and I'm like, but what do you do all day?
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine not playing music and making art. When I'm not playing, I'm painting. If I'm not painting, I'm writing. I'm always doing something.
Yeah. Some people, I'm like, okay, the happiest this person can be all day is mildly annoyed.
I know. I don't get it. Well, we are here to talk about the positivity in music, and I'm so grateful that I got you on the line. I'd love to listen to another one of your tunes if you don't mind. Which one would you want to play next?
Put Me Out.
Wonderful.
That's a great tune.
Tell me about that one.
That one came after I had 6 W-2s in 1 year. I was so frustrated because I had multiple jobs. Like I said, I went to school for medicine, and I found that like with healthcare, you can't really have like an outside life.
No,
because the conflict of interest with every career I had in the medical field was, oh, you're a musician. Oh, I saw a picture of you playing at a bar. That would then get into my, my daily work office. Somebody would come in and bring it up. And if it was someone hiring me, they would want me to adjust. And I just was not. I'm like, no, this is what I do. If you don't, that'd be like if I saw a picture of you playing shuffleboard, I'm like, hey, you know what? I don't think shuffleboard's the best thing our company wants to represent. It's like, who are you to tell me, So yeah, long story short, it was a song about finding my place and being frustrated, trying to follow the American dream, but realizing that it wasn't exactly for me.
Well, I know that feeling all too well, and I'm dealing with the trials and tribulations of healthcare myself. So I am excited to show everybody back home, Put Me Out, and I'm so thankful that you decided to play this one. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Put Me Out by Luke Weltz on Where in the World is Megan's New Music.
Feeling free.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back once again, and we just got to hear Put Me Out. I will definitely be jamming to that one on the regular. I felt that one from the depths of my soul. Thank you for sharing that one.
Thanks. Yeah, it's I wouldn't say it's completely done yet. I plan to maybe recut the vocals here one more time before the end of the year. But yeah, I mean, everybody has said that song has been something to them and speaks to something in their wheelhouse.
Awesome. I look forward to hearing the revamp. Well, it has been a very interesting evening with you, Luke. I'm so glad that we got to chat with one another. Unfortunately, we are coming to the end. Before I let you go back into the wild, I wanted to give you a chance to give any shout outs, talk about any future shows. Where are we going to see you coming up?
Okay, yeah. So shout out to Apple I Studio. They're the reason why I kind of got my band together. They're a multi-tracking recording studio based in Slickville, Pennsylvania. Owners are Sean Rue and Brandy Cervello. They run a good price, so for any of your multi-tracking needs, make sure you hit them up. If you'd like to check out my podcast, I do a weekly podcast every Monday. It's called Worst Case Podcast Series. Just type in Worst Case Podcast on Spotify, and you'll find that on there. We're going to record our 17th episode next week. So we're still just in the crawling stages, but people have been giving us good reviews. With the band, we have a couple of dates. We'll be playing this weekend. We have 2 shows. We're playing Oktoberfest, Salzburg Oktoberfest from 3:30 to 4:30. Following that, we'll be at Brandy's on Main Irwin from 8 to midnight. A couple acoustic acts next year. I play solo acoustic, so you can find me playing around the 12th of November. I'll be at Unity Brewing. For the 20th of November, I'll be at Yinzer Valley Farms. So I do a little bit of acoustic there. You can hear some of the songs are on the record in a more cut down version. I guess the next big one on the ticket, and this is the last one we have for the year's New Year's Eve, we'll be playing Yinzer Valley Farm, which is a beautiful venue. They do wedding rehearsals, different types of events around the community. That's going to be 9 p.m. till 1 a.m. or whatever time people want to throw in the towel. I mean, it's New Year's Eve, so it's going to be a party. It's going to be really fun. And that is the last show I have with my full lineup, because after this year, both my guitarists will be leaving the band. So I'm currently seeking new guitar players that are available Sundays and just have good equipment. So if you're interested, feel free to check out Luke Weltz Band and send me a message. But yeah, that's the podcast, the band, playing by myself, acoustic. That's what we got going down.
We got lots of great stuff on the horizon, it seems. I will definitely be on the lookout for a guitarist, and I'll send some people your way. I know a few folks that might be able to help you out.
Oh, that'd be great.
And
it's been hard. I wanted to have everybody set up. Like, I have the 2 guys in my band willing to teach whoever's coming in till the rest of the year, because we start shows back up again in February next year. Yeah. So I was hoping to have 2 set in place by the end of October. Right now I have 1 that's a maybe, so I'm really hoping I can find some other guys.
Well, I wish you the best of luck. We've got time for one last song here before we say goodbye. What would you like to close the night with?
It's so sad. Lost in the Unknown. That song is about my recent relationship I was in, and it has to deal with communication in your relationship. I think for anybody to be with each other, for 2 people to be with each other for a long period of time, there has to be good communication. So the reason why Lost in the Unknown came out as a song was I was with a woman, and she was upset about something that was going on. And it wasn't exactly like she's like, I'm mad at you. It was just the tone, the vocal tone, the inflection of the way she would talk to me, just that day. And, I'm kind of sitting there like, I feel like I'm lost in the unknown. Like, this person is not being direct with me. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It's just a song about when life or people aren't direct, or assertive with you, how you feel kind of lost in that instance, and just the I don't know of life.
Well, that is a powerful message, and I can't wait to show everybody back home. And for those of you who may be feeling like you're lost in the unknown, always remember that it's going to be all right. There's a silver lining to every day. Until next
It
time,
will.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Luke. I'm so glad we got to speak.
Awesome. Thanks, Megan.
No problem. For the folks back home, here is Lost in the Unknown. Until next time, peace and love.
Trying to speak, but you can't get there. I keep racing, life ain't fair. Sweat in the shade, 'cause you're all alone. Left me hanging on telephone. Just give me a sign, let me know, 'cause I'm out of time and I've lost my mind. Just let me know, yeah, yeah. 'Cause better than, 'cause better than, 'cause better than being lost in the unknown. Being lost in the unknown. Talk to me, tell me what is real. Did you tell your soul to choose a field? And